Hello students, let us start with new chapter torsion. It is for 8 marks for strength of material as well as mechanics of structure final examination. What is torsion? When a tangential force is applied to a shaft at the circumference, the shaft is said to be subjected to twisting moment or torque, which is equal to the product of the force and radius. So, what is torsion exactly? When we wash some cloth and when we make it twist, that is known as a torque or twisting moment or a torsion. It is very simple. And what is pure torsion? If the shaft is subjected to two equal and opposite torque at the two ends, it is said to be under pure torsion. Due to torsion, shearing stresses are developed in the material of the shaft. A shaft is subjected to pure torsion if it is subjected to only twisting moment and no other bending moment or thrust act on the shaft. So, that is known as torsion or pure torsion. So, mathematically torque is force into radius. Unit of torque, unit of force is Newton and radius is meter or millimeter. So, unit is Newton meter or Newton mm or kilonewton meter or kilonewton mm, whatever is applicable. When we said that the shaft is under pure torsion, but in practical there is no thing in existing as in pure torsion. So, there are some basic assumptions you may note down. In deriving torsion formula, the following assumptions are made. The shaft is straight, having uniform circular cross section. This is first assumption. Second is shaft material is homogeneous and isotropic. Third, circular section remains circular even after twisting. Fourth one, plane sections before twisting remain plane after twisting and do not practically twist or warp. Next, a diameter in the section before deformation remains a diameter or straight line after deformation. Sixth one, stresses do not exceed the proportional limit. Seventh, shaft is loaded by twisting couples in the plane that are perpendicular to the axis of shaft. And eighth assumption, twist along the shaft is uniform. Why assumptions are there? Because practically that is not so. Practically there exist more than the assumed parameters. Just we have seen the bending formula, the shear formula. Now we are going to study the torsion formula. The torsion formula in your textbook or in any other book, maybe they are used some other terminology instead of used here, or maybe the same, but we will write down the meaning of terms used in the formula. This is torsional formula. No derivation is expected in your syllabus. So, we are directly writing T by J is equal to G theta by L is equal to Q by R. In few books, instead of J they used IP, instead of G they used C, and instead of Q they used Fs, but the terminology remains same. So, let us by heart T by J is equal to G theta by L is equal to Q by R. Meaning of the terminology used, T is torque or twisting moment in Newton meter. J is polar moment of inertia of shaft section. Polar moment of inertia is nothing but Ixx plus Iyy. It is in millimeter raised to 4. G is modulus of rigidity. These already we have studied in earlier chapters. theta angle of twist in radians. When it is not given in radians and given in theta, then you have to multiply theta into pi by 180. That is nothing but we can easily come to know the radians. L is length of shaft in mm. Q or Fs is maximum shear stress induced in Newton per mm square or Newton per meter square or kilonewton per mm square or kilonewton per meter square. R is radius of shaft in millimeter. So, this is torsional formula we can directly use to solve the numerical. Let us also consider J is polar moment of inertia. So, let us derive or let us understand what is polar moment of inertia for solid and hollow shaft. For solid shaft, it is Ixx plus Iyy. So, pi by 64 d raised to 4 plus pi by 64 d raised to 4. Because Ixx and Iyy are same, so it is pi by 32 d raised to 4. You have to by heart this. Also for hollow shaft, it is pi by 32 d raised to 4 minus small d raised to 4 upon d. What is d raised to 4? It is outer diameter, it is inner diameter. Now, T, that means torque, value of torque for solid shaft, T is equal to pi by 16 q into d cube or Fs into d cube, where q or Fs is shear stress. For hollow shaft, it is pi by 16 q into d raised to 4 minus d raised to 4 by d. Again, capital D is outer diameter, small d is inner diameter. Now, power transmitted, P is 2 pi nt by 60. You have earlier learned this formula. It is in watts. If in kilowatts, we have to divide by 1000. So, 2 pi nt by 60 into 1000 is in kilowatt. If in horsepower, then 2 pi nt upon 4500. Here T means T average or T mean, and what is T max? T max is 1.2 into T mean. Then if in example, the statement of example, if T max is mentioned, then you have to divide it by T 1.2, then you will get T mean. This is the value of T mean. If nothing is mentioned, then you have to directly take T max equal to T mean. So, these are all the values, T mean or T average, same, T average or T mean. So, this is if nothing is mentioned, then it is T mean. So, now we have to write down torsional formula somewhere. We can directly solve the problem using this formula. Let us take down one simple example. A solid circular shaft of diameter 100 mm and length 2.7 meter is subjected to a torque of 30 kilonewton meter. Assume G is equal to 75 gigapascal. Find maximum stress, maximum shear stress induced. Shear stress, obviously, it is torque, it is solid shaft subjected to torque. So, find maximum stress. The numerical given is so simple, only the twist is that which stress we have to find out, that is not mentioned. Also, a big quantity non-used data is given. See, G is not required, again length is not required. Only we have to use the formula T is equal to pi by 16 Q into D cube or pi by 16 Fs into D cube, Q or Fs, you may use any notification. So, what is given? D is 100 mm, length is 2.7 meter. We are not converting because it is not needed data. T, torque 30 kilonewton meter, D is given in millimeter. So we are going to convert it 30 into 10 raised to 3 for kilonewton to Newton and into again 10 raised to 3 for meter to mm. So it is 30 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm and G is given 75 gigapascal. But we are not requiring this data, so we are keeping as it is. Many students afraid of given data, gigapascal, length is in meter and so on and what else. But don't afraid, we are going to use a simple formula, T is equal to pi by 16 Fs into d cube. Instead of Fs, we can use notification Q, where Q is shear stress, pi by 16 into 30 into 10 raised to 6 into 100 cube. Q is here. So Q is nothing but, we are taking Q this side, so it is little bit conversion is, torque is given, torque is in this side, 30 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, we will take this left side and here Q as it is into 10 raised to Q into 100 cube. So now Q, rearranging the terms and solving the equation, 30 into 10 raised to 6 into 16 by 100 cube into pi. So that gives Q is equal to 152.79 Newton per mm square. In this example, we have not used torsional formula, but we have to use the formula for T is equal to pi by 16 Q into d cube. In list of formulae, you have to write down first one this formula, second one this formula, third one is power formula. Only 3 important formulae is required, and also the formula for polar moment of inertia. So it is recommended at least solve 2-3 problems on torsion. We will solve the remaining problem on torsion formula in next lecture.